Hello again. This is the next in number of videos that I want to do about the law of karma and reincarnation. The question always is asked as to why would anybody reincarnate? Once we see that we have to go through the 9 months of pregnancy in the womb, and then the totally dependent human child, where he has to be or she has to be fed, cleaned, put to the sleep, carried out all over, etc. And then growing pains, doing the studies, playing the games, doing the daily chores, and then the bodily dysfunctions, fever, headaches, cancers, blood pressure, diabetes. Why would anybody desire to be reincarnated if you're going to go through these bodily functions, which are dysfunctions or disadvantage of having physical body? Think about it, that when you do not have physical body, you do not have pain, you do not have headaches, you do not have nausea, vomiting, constipation, cancer, because these are all the elements that occur to the human or any physical body. So when the physical body is absent, you would not have it. So then the question becomes, once you leave your physical body and you just have astral and causal body, like I described in my last video, why would you ever think about coming back to a new physical body? Every physical body that is born will finally die. So it's not like just obtaining a new physical body, you're going to live forever or not have any physical elements. The answer lies in a couple of things. There are attachments, there are desires, and then those of us who want to fulfill not only the attachment and desire, but uplift ourselves. So think about it. If I'm going to do any good karma or any good action, let's say I want to feed somebody who is hungry, I want to shelter somebody who has no shelter, I want to help somebody who has pneumonia, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer. All these elements where I can help them are actually physical element. So if I need to do good karmas by helping somebody, they all have to be done to a physical body, and for me to be in position to help, I have to have a physical body. So one reason we have made mistakes in this life, last life, and many other lives. If you want to uplift ourselves after the death, after this existing physical body is gone, and we're in the astral world, only way we can help somebody is to re-enter into a new physical body. When you are in the astral world, you want to help somebody, there is very limited thing that you can do to help somebody. You cannot feed them because there is no physical body that is hungry. You cannot shelter them. You cannot prevent any diseases, because the diseases are only happening to the physical body. So even if there is a pure motive of uplifting ourselves, doing good karmas, most of the time we will have to come back to a physical body so we can help another physical body. In doing so, we also have attachments. We develop attachment to our spouses, our kids, our parents, our neighbors, our friends, our relatives. We also develop attachment to the non-human things, our dogs, our cats, our house, our car, and many other things, including drugs, food, alcohol, music, sex. So these all attachments have to be fulfilled in some or another way, because the attachments bind you, as I mentioned before. So as much as we develop the attachment to, say, our parents or our spouses or our children, they also have developed some attachment to us, in the sense that as much as I love my spouse loves me. As much as I like my car, as much as I like inanimate things, that desire has created a guru impression in an abstract form in my astral brain, my feelings, and I have to have that satisfaction. When we help someone, or when we hate someone, when we do not help someone, we are also creating a karma, which is a negative karma. And that also has an effect. So sometimes not doing anything is also doing nothing, and that has an effect too. So the effects of karmas, the effects of attachment, the effects of give and take, or the debt that we have done during present life and several previous lives, will bring us back to this new life. In doing so, we naturally, automatically select our parents in such a way that our desires for material thing, our desires for relationships, and our debt to be repaid that we have collected will have to be satisfied. So essentially, when we are in the astral world, and when there is a conception occurring, several souls are attracted to that concepted egg. And we enter a particular egg which is going to be conducive to our uplifting, fulfill our relationships, fulfill our desires and attachments. And that's how we tend to select our parents. So sometimes we often say that you can select your friends, but you cannot select your parents, or you cannot select your siblings. We also say that you can select your spouse, but we can't select our parents. The truth of the matter is, our selection is purely based on our desires and our debts and our give and take that we have created in previous lives, and we do select our parents. Friends and other environments are sometimes partly selected, partly not. So somebody may say, oh, somebody who is an alcoholic or a drug addict, why would he have an environment which would be conducive to these bad habits? The answer is the addiction. The impression that the alcohol intake or the drugs has left us attached to getting those feeling high again, and that's how we do it. But you have to realize that this is not only one force. As I just mentioned, there are several forces. The forces come from my attachment to acting, my attachment to be a physician, my attachment to be a musician, my attachment to eating sweets, my attachment to drink alcohol, my attachment to driving nice car, living in a better house. So combination of all these effects will result in me selecting appropriate parents where I will fulfill many of these. And some of them may be in a rudimentary form, and some of them may be in a strong form, or only one or two will come to fruition effectively. Just to take an example, we'll say musician and alcoholism. When the rest of the stuff may not be as strong and may not be fulfilled in this life, though some seeds may be still there. So to summarize, we do select our parents when we are born, and that is an effect of several factors as I described. I hope you like this video.